Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. We will continue our A1 grammar and vocabulary course. We did so much grammar the last 3-4 weeks that I think it's a good timing for a vocabulary session. Let's go. Topic today is das Zuhause, which means the home. Don't worry, we will check every vocabulary step by step, translate it, and make nice sentence combinations. Before I continue, I just want to say, if we take it grammarly, das Zuhause would mean at home. But in this case, it's a noun, so it means just home. First section, Wohnmöglichkeiten. This is plural and means housing possibilities. Die Wohnmöglichkeit is a female noun. Die Möglichkeit by itself means the possibility. Das Haus, the house. Die Wohnung, the apartment. Die Villa, the mansion. Die Burg, the castle. Wohnst du in einem Haus oder einer Wohnung? Do you live in a house or in an apartment? In this case, needs the dative. This is where we have einem. If you're not familiar with the declination of articles and stuff like that, you can watch all my other videos. I teach grammar also. So house is a really general statement. It means the house. Wohnung is also good for other combinations. Maybe you know student apartment, die Studentenwohnung, student apartment, so to speak. Maybe you heard the word die WG. If you're living in Germany already, I'm pretty sure you know this one. Die WG is a short form for die Wohngemeinschaft, the living community. So if you are renting with many people a house, or you live in one room of a house paying your rent. Die Wohngemeinschaft comes from wohnen or Wohnung. And you can combine it with many other things. We will check it out, of course, step by step during this course. Next category, Räume, rooms, singular, der Raum, the room. Now you're thinking, this is strange. We have here the room and here also the room. I will try to explain this in a minute. Let's read first. Das Zimmer, the room. Das Wohnzimmer, the living room. Das Schlafzimmer, the bedroom. Das Badezimmer, the bathroom. Die Toilette, the toilet, the restroom. Die Küche, the kitchen. So, what is the difference between Raum and Zimmer? If we see it a little bit philosophical, we can say a Zimmer has a really clear definition. It is something with walls that are connected with a floor, wall that closes it into a cube or whatever. Das Zimmer. Raum has many meanings. It can mean the exact same, but it can also mean area or space. If I give you a sentence, wait a second. Das Zimmer bietet viel Raum. What does it mean? It means the room offers a lot of space. So it doesn't have to be a closed space. It just means it is spacey, it is wide, and the Raum does not necessarily have to be a closed area. For example, the saying, there's always room for another friend or something like that, like a general statement. Of course, we would say Raum. We wouldn't say Zimmer. We would say Zimmer if we really mean there's always a living space, a room, a closed area for another person. This is the difference. Wohnzimmer, living room. Here we have actually some verbs hiding. Wohnen, to live. Schlafen, to sleep. Baden, to bathe. Well, Toilette is not a verb. Of course, it doesn't come from German origin. It can mean the actual toilet, but it can also mean the room, the restroom. Die Küche, the kitchen, doesn't come from a verb either, But if you want, I can give you at least how to say to cook, kochen. So it has a similarity. Next one, die Möbel, the furniture. Again, plural. And interesting enough, if you agree, is that Möbel has no singular. If you want to say a piece of furniture, you have to say it different. Das Möbelstück, which really means the piece of furniture. So let's read. Das Bett, the bed, das Sofa, the sofa, der Stuhl, the chair, der Tisch, the table, die Lampe, the lamp. It's a good thing when we see it here written next to each other that English and German have many similarities. In meinem Zimmer gibt es. Two things I want to say here, even though we don't do grammar today, but it never hurts. The preposition in needs dative, in meinem Zimmer. And then we have the subject, because the subject is not the room. What is the subject? The subject is there is. If we give it another order, it's more visual understandable. Es gibt, subject, verb, in meinem Zimmer. And then we can say whatever we want. Ein Bett, einen Tisch und 2 Stühle. This is accusative, by the way, which is not always visible. It's visible here, definitely. Ein Tisch becomes einen Tisch. But with the other two, it's not that visible, which is a good thing, that it doesn't change much. You don't have to learn everything by heart. But it's not always easy to immediately realize, aha, this is accusative, you know? It has pros and cons. Next one, Inneneinrichtung. I think indoor decor or indoor decoration would be okay. Die Einrichtung, the decoration is female. Der Teppich, the carpet. Die Vorhänge, the curtains. Die Vase, the vase. Die Kerze, the candle. Of course, there are many other things to learn, but we start with those. Die Vorhänge, which means the curtains, have another option or another saying. Die Gardinen. This means also the curtains. I'm looking around my room and I must say I have other things, not those that I wrote here. So I give you 2-3 more words to enrich your vocabulary. For example, das Bild, the picture, das Poster, the poster, die Blumen, which I don't have in my room, to be honest, because they would die, the flowers. And since we are such good students, I want to give you a super German expression, which is called Nippes, or sometimes we even call it Nippsachen. What is that? As far as I know, it comes from French, and it means decorative stuff that looks nice, well, sometimes, but nobody needs. So, Nippsachen has a little bit of a negative touch because it is useless, but nice looking things like statues or maybe miniature flowers or like a porcelain cup, you know, all the stuff that you either hate or you love it, but you are all agreeing that there is no purpose except looking somehow. This is Nippsachen. And the last one, Bereich des Hauses, part of the, oh, sorry, double S, part of the house. Let's read. Die Tür, the door, das Fenster, the window, die Mauer, the outside wall, die Wand, the inside wall, der Fußboden, the floor, der Garten, the garden. So 2 things we want to discuss here, and then it's the end of our lesson. Die Mauer is the outside wall. For example, the wall in China, the Great Wall, we say die große Mauer. By the way, in German, it's die große Mauer, the big wall. In other languages, it's the long wall. Maybe you can think of other walls that are discussed at the moment, unfortunately, but this is this kind of wall that leaves people outside in an outside space. Die Wand is the inside wall. For example, an meiner Wand hängen 5 Bilder. On my wall are hanging, in this case, 5 pictures. Everything else should be clear. Maybe I should also give you, since I gave you the floor, maybe the ceiling. The ceiling means die Decke, which is funny or not so funny, but at least it is noticeable that die Decke also means the blanket. So die Decke, the ceiling, is covering the house, and the blanket, also die Decke, is covering us. Okay, if you want to practice, you can write either in the comments below or in your notebooks or whatever you use how your home is your home, how it looks, or what is inside. If you want to write it in the comments, I would be super happy to read some sentence or to correct something maybe even. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram if you want. Sometimes I leave there some announcement or a quiz. Like, subscribe, leave your question, leave your sentence, whatever you want. And I will see you next Sunday, the latest. Have a good week. Bye.